Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to Career Spotlight with Vanessa Ajmai. You'll probably notice that I'm in a different environment as per usual. So today I'm at a health and well-being centre which is called Health Defence. So come and let's take a look around.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
You may be wondering who I'm here to meet today and what they're coming to share. So I have with me Max Wallace, who is a qualified fitness instructor, an ex-professional boxer, and the business owner of this centre, which is called Health Defence. And he is going to share his career journey and all the things that has been pivotal up until this point to this opening of this health and well-being centre. Hi Max.
Good afternoon, Vanessa. It's good to meet you.
Yeah, and it's good to meet you as well because we haven't met yet. It's first time seeing you.
First time, yeah.
So I've had obviously looked around and I really love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Before we talk about the opening of this centre, what brought about the idea and how you've executed to making it happen, I'd like us to go right back to kind of like early beginnings for you and your pivotal points basically that has led to now being a business owner of this great centre, Health Defence.
I like that. I have to use that. Right, going back to the beginning. I would say my life has sort of been up and down, up and down. Going back to when I was a child, we moved from Wandsworth, which was like a, it was the old West Indians sort of living environment where there was like a few families in the one, not one room, in like different levels of a 3-story house. And we shared, my brothers and I shared like a bed, sisters and my mum said they're prepared. And next thing that I realised, we was moving. And we moved into an area that was predominantly white. It was a white area, barns. That, to say that was a culture shock, that was saying the least. Because from seeing people that look like you, and you're in an environment now, the only person that looks like you is your mum and dad and brothers and sisters. And something that really sticks in my mind, when we went into this house, it was like, oh, there's a lot more rooms, you know. And then I remember going straight to our bedroom. And I was like, oh, look, the area's like quite vast. And I looked out of the window and I saw a park, because our back garden led on to the local park. And I came out, I said, oh, I want to go to this park. So I figured how to get there, and I left. Came out the front door, came out the gate, then I left, and I was walking along the road, and then something told me to turn back.
Yeah.
And when I turned back, I saw there was about 4 people in the road, and they're all looking in my direction, going, because, you know, in the 70s, it probably was like a rare thing. And I used to say to people, maybe the only time we saw black people was in the Tarzan movie, you know, carrying something on their head. Then another thing, going to school. Yeah. That was something, because that was my first school, by the way. Yeah. My brothers and sisters, they went to a private school, but because of my age, that was basically my first primary school. And I was in a class of all white children. Then what happened was my brothers and sisters, we was all good at athletics, and we was pushed into doing the athletics. I was a good 100 meters runner, and then it sort of progressed as we got older. Then there was like throwing things that we used to throw the cricket ball and stuff like that. Then things got a bit advanced.
Yeah. Were there particular parts in athletics that you were good at?
Yeah, I was good at 100 meters.
So a sprinter.
Yeah, I was a sprinter. I suppose that was running away from my mum when she wanted to smack me or something. No, anyway, then when we even going to secondary school, I sort of carried it on in secondary school. And then it got a little bit more competitive, because not only did I was the 100 meters, I went into 100 meters, I went into shot puts and discus.
Oh, okay. So you had a lot of power then early on.
Yeah. That's one thing that I knew I did. I was like physically strong. Yeah. And there was, because of my results in athletics, I was entered into the borough sports. And one day I actually broke 3 records.
Wow.
in the borough sports. So that's 100 meters, discus and shot put.
Nice.
And then because of that, they entered me into the county sports.
Yeah.
And I competed at Crystal Palace under 21s. Now I was still going to school, and again this sticks in my mind. I thought I was good. I broke these records, and now I'm in the county sports. And when I got there, I sort of had a big wake-up call, because it's under 21s.
So it's a whole different ball game.
Whole different ball game. I'm looking at these guys and thinking, I didn't know teachers were competing, because they were bigger and they looked massive. And the first year was 100 meters. They put me in with 100 meters. And I remember I had these spike shoes. Somebody met me then, and I said, yeah, I'm going to break records here. And I went about the blocks, and they said, on your marks, get set, bang.
Yeah.
And I looked up, everybody else was halfway down the field or whatever, the track. And I'm still just getting out my blocks. Anyway, I said, well, I'm here now, so I ended up, finishing the race, obviously last. And I said, I don't want to go through that again. And lo and behold, the following year, I was entered into the shot put. And I said, oh, well, I'll do a little bit of extra training. And got there. These guys were even bigger. I'm looking up at them. And again, I thought I was strong, and I'm looking at this guy, and look at him, And what broke me was the guy had the shot put, and he was throwing it behind him, warming up, getting further than what I was doing, putting my fours into it. Obviously I was knocked out in the first round. But I still had this competitive edge, because in school nobody pushed me. And there was a couple of guys going to a boxing school.
When you say nobody pushed you, what do you mean?
I didn't have anybody to challenge. There was no.
Nobody was at par with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no, there wasn't anybody that I could compete with in my year and stuff. So I said, I want a challenge. And these couple of my school friends, they were going to this boxing club. And funny enough, the boxing club was just over Hammersmith Briggs, because I was in Barnes and it wasn't too far. And I remember the first day going there, and I saw this boxing, and you're in, I was there watching it, and I said, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I ended up joining the class, and I said, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do. And because being physically strong, the trainers and the manager, they was like gearing to me, because I was fit and stronger than. Sorry, I wasn't fit. I was trying to get fit.
Okay.
It's a different thing. Being strong and being fit, completely different world.
So then you didn't have like stamina?
No. I hated the running. And it reminded me of going back into my primary school, because there's another thing that I did not like. I did not like cricket. And in fact, I actually hated cricket. I did not want to play. And I remember my PE teacher pushing me, Max, come on, you'll be a good cricket player. I don't want to play cricket. And I remember he putting me to play cricket, and it's like, because I was against it, the guy was bowling the ball to me, and I was hitting it miles away, and I didn't want to be here. And he said, Max, we want you in the club, in the team. No, I don't want to be in the team. And he goes, come on, you got a bit. No, and I was so adamant. That's one thing about me. I was a bit stubborn. I said no. Then Next minute, he called another teacher to stand with us. Then he walked off. He left. Just left. And it's a bit strange. He's leaving children like with this supply teacher, and he's gone off. And the next thing, I see him walk up to me with my mum. He had walked to my house, got my mum to tell me to play cricket.
Really?
Yes. And I said, yeah, okay, mum, okay. Anyway, that's how I didn't like even the running in boxing. And then the next thing now, I had my first amateur fight. I knew I wasn't ready physically, but I said, I'm here now, so might as well do it. And I remember my parents were there, my brothers, my sisters were there, and basically all the people where I lived, they were there supporting me. They came over the bridge, which is basically not too far. And I remember I had these brand new boxing shorts, gone into the ring, guy introduced us, and the referee was there, and then we got to go back to the corners, and it's round one, bing, and just went and started the fight. And then I think it was halfway through the first round, I'm tired. I am tired. I said, I can't go on anymore. I said, I didn't know it was like it because it was really fast. When you're sparring, you're just moving around at your own pace, but you're fighting somebody who wants to win. It's not at your pace.
Yeah.
And then I remember so unfit. I remember leaning forward and taking my breath, got my hands on my knees going. And the guy was like just hitting me. My mindset was very strong. I said, even if you had a plank of wood, you're not going to knock me out or knock me down.
Yeah.
And that went on for another 2 rounds.
Oh.
I had my little break and then gone back and done my thing. And I ended up winning. I ended up winning the fight. And I said, well, yeah, I would stay stay on and see what I could do. And then I had 10 fights. Won most of them, and then I left it for 3 years.
Okay.
3 years I left it, and hit the big bad world.
Yeah. So was there a specific reason why you decided to pause for 3 years?
Yeah, again, everybody was working. I just wanted to, earn a living, get money, get the things that other people had. Because what I found, because of the cultural difference, people, all my friends were white, I was trying to find work, I couldn't get work. And you tend to, and I believe that's where the cultural divide is. Because you're in school and you're all mixing together. When you come out of school, you're basically pulled apart. And friends you used to have, you don't have no more because, like I say, predominant. Well, all my friends was white. They were getting jobs. I wasn't. So I'm sort of not in their group. And then I actually found a job, but I found the job because I was determined. And then I was in a relationship. She fell pregnant, and that I've got to need a job, and I've got to get a job. And I found one job. Then I found another job. Then I found another job, and I was doing 4 jobs.
So just kept coming.
Yeah, doing 4 jobs just to save for money to sort of like provide for my my childhood was coming. I didn't even have anywhere to sort of to go, and then after discussion with my partner, she said, oh, she wanted a place of her own. And then my dad was living in an area, funny enough, in Wandsworth, back in Wandsworth. And his landlady had another property, but that was derelict, you know, that it was like, you know, nobody was living there. So my dad, being a builder, he even changed a room. There was like a tank room. He moved the tank up into the loft and made that a nursery. And he done more than what he should. All I was doing is working, throw money at him, going, Dad, you do this. And then what happened, my beautiful daughter Cherise was born, and I had, you know, all these plans and everything. And then 11 months later, she passed away with meningitis.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And that sort of not only shook me, I was in a bad place. I was in a very bad place, and I was going wayward. And I said to myself, you know, the time that I felt more comfortable and in control was when I was boxing. And I found my manager. Again, I walked into he had moved from the club that I was at, miles away, so I found him. And I remember walking into the gym, and he looked up and went, Max, oh, you know, I haven't seen you for ages, how you doing? And then he said, well, why are you here? And I said to him, come back, you know, get myself fit, that's mentally and physically, and see about, you know, fighting, you know, have a few amateurs, and maybe even turn pro. And I was training for a few months, and I remember that day he came up to me, he said, you're looking good, Max, you're looking really good. I think pro, well, you don't need to have any amateur bouts. I think pros suit you, the way you are, the strength, your strength. And that's what happened. I was basically thrown into professional boxing. And
So how does that step work then, going from amateur onto pro? It's just a decision that a manager can take, or do you have to reach a certain level?
Ideally,
yeah,
it's best to reach a certain level. It's a must to reach a certain level and have experience. I mean, most people that turn pro, they've had 30, 40, 50, 60, some even had 100 odd bouts, amateur bouts. Because you're learning, you know, it's something you have to learn, or constantly do your work, your training. I only had 10 amateur fights, left it for 3 years, I went straight into pro. And I remember my first professional fight. Again, I don't think I was ready, but I took it. It was against a guy called Stan King. Very, very classy boxer, moved skillfully, slick. And I remember the day I was getting ready, and it was in Holborn. It's in Holborn. And my dad said, take the car. And I said, no, Dad, Max, take the car. No, I don't want to take the car. Max, you better take the car. I said, Dad, I can't take the car. I said, so if I get knocked out, I won't be able to drive the car, and the car will be stuck there. He said, Max, take the car. I said, no, Dad. And I went to walk away, and he shouted at me, I said, take the car. I went, okay. Went there, had the fight, lost, but it's not I knew I was going to lose, I know I wasn't fit enough, but it was more this guy, it's more the skill of this guy, because it was completely different. It was a completely different world from amateur, where I had a lot of stoppages in amateur. In pro, you could hit somebody your hardest, and he's just shrugging it off and coming forward. And anyway, he got the decision, and again, my mindset was, you're not going to knock me out. I don't care how good you are, you're not going to knock me out. And he didn't. But it was, when I came back, it was on the way back, and I saw just mayhem along Marylebone Road. I just saw mayhem, man. There was ambulances, there was fire engines, there was everything. And it was the night of the King's Cross fire. And it only dawned on me, like years later, if I'd have taken the train and not my dad's car, I might have been there, So, I'm going off the beaten track there, but that really sort of opened my eyes. Anyway, coming back, I was doing good. Yeah, I sort of went on to, I fought this guy that he was light heavy, and he was that bigger than me that when I came out to fight him, my dad turned to my mum and said, oh look, Max has come out at the wrong time, because the height and the weight difference was too much. And there's a photograph of me standing with my knees locked out, standing there as tall as I can be. He's got his legs wide apart, and he crouched down, and he's still my same height. In matter of fact, he's probably taller than me, because back then I had a wet look, so my hair was taller, the curls. Now the fight after that was against a guy he looked my weight, although taller, and because of comparing the size of the guy before to him, I said to myself, this fight is not going to last long. And I just basically went for him, and then stopped him in 30 seconds of the first round.
Oh wow.
And that was my best payday, and I got just under $3,000 for 30 seconds. Which was, it was good. Then after that, it was I started to feel a lot more confidence in what I was able to do. And then there was a particular fight that I did have, and I beat the guy. I beat him, but I gave the fight to the other guy. which happened a couple of times. Then I remember my debut fight with this guy. I knew I got better, and I asked my manager for a rematch, and rematched this guy. And I remember the way up, because with me, I looked at boxing as it's a sport. The other person's trained, you've trained, and the best man wins. There's no animosity, there's no hatred, it's just a competition. And I remember we went to the way up, we was at the way up, and I went, I just nodded to acknowledge him. He just blanked me. He blanked me, like, it just walked straight past me. And I went, that sort of, it upset me. It upset me, because there was no need for that. And yeah, I did beat him. I did beat him, and I was happy in how I beat him, because I basically beat him at his own game. But again, they gave the fight to him. Even, now there's a video, even when the ref lifted his hand up,
Yeah.
he's looking at the ref thinking, "Are you sure?" You know. And in the video, my elder brother, he's shouting, "Oh, it's a fix, it's a fix, it's a fix." So again, in life, things don't always go your way. Don't always go your way, and you've got to, for want of a better word, just take it on the chin and move on. Don't, let it drag you down. Don't let it pull you down. And like I say, boxing has taught me life. Boxing has taught me how to, dig in, how to, take the rough with the smooth, basically. And there's always, if you've got a plan of doing something, and it doesn't go to your plan, there's always another road to it. It's like I say, it's a diversion to the same goal.
Yeah.
And that's how I live my life. Now, again, with the fitness, it helped me back in 2013. Fitness, not only fitness, it was my belief in God, which I know there is a God. I know by answered prayers, I've prayed and I've been given certain things word for word from the prayer, so I know it's true. There is a living God. Again, in 2013, I had a stomach ache. I thought it was stomach ache, and I kept on going to work because my boss, he was on holiday, sunning it up in the Caribbean islands somewhere. But when he's away, I sort of take over, and kept on going to work. This pain was getting more and more, but certain aspects that, in my mind, the community comes first.
Yeah.
And I lasted out till the Friday, and then still feeling rough. And I remember Saturday we went out. I went out with my wife and her friend, and I like my food. And I couldn't finish my food.
What's your favourite food?
my favourite food at the moment,
Okay.
and it's been for a while, there's a plant-based burger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Noble Burger. That's my favourite food, and chips. That's my favourite. I also like mashed potato and plant-based sausages with gravy. I like that too. I also like macaroni cheese. I like macaroni cheese. And I've got to put this in anything that my mum makes. That's what I like to. Now you throw me talking of food.
Yeah.
And coming back to when my wife said, "Oh, there must be something wrong because he hasn't finished the food." Then Sunday morning, my wife asked me how I was feeling. I said I still got a stomach bug, and she said that doesn't sound like food poisoning because we thought it was food poisoning. She rang NHS direct. They told her to tell me go to A&E. Again, like you do. I'm going to say, yeah, like you do. You listen to your wife and you do what she said. I ended up going to see my dad because mum and dad, because they just come back from Jamaica. Spent time with them. Then from there, I went to see a friend, a guy I used to train. And as I was there talking away, getting into the conversation, my phone rang. I looked at my phone. It was my wife's number. And I won't say it because it's on film. I panicked a bit. No. I was a bit, I can't answer this call because if I answer the call and my wife finds out that I've not gone to the hospital, she will put me in hospital. She'll make sure I've got a bed. Anyway, so I left, and again, it's where, believing in God and in miracles, that it sort of manifested. As I've come from my friend's house, I'm driving to Hammersmith Bridge, and I thought to myself, oh, you know what, I'm not going to go to the hospital, I'm going to go straight home. And as soon as I had this thought, finished this thought, I heard this voice say, go now. It was like a demand or something, go now. Now, there was nobody else in the car. My radio in the car was playing music, and the voice was so distinct that I actually answered it back. And I said, okay then. And I ended up driving to the hospital, registered in, and I thought at least half an hour wait. Sat down, and it seemed like minutes, and then the doctors come out, called my name, and I just put my hand up, and he looked at me, he said, what's your symptoms? And I told him, and he said, that sounds like an inflamed appendix. We've got to operate straight away. And I said, you can't. And he said, you don't know how dangerous this is. I said, well, you can't because my car's outside and I don't want it towed away and I don't want it clamped. And he started to, his voice was raising. He said, you don't know how serious this is. You need to, we need to operate because if it bursts, that's it. It's all over. So I said, well, I don't live too far away. Let me take the car home and then come back. He said, are you sure you're going to come back? And I said, yes, I'll come back. Gave me a disclaimer to sign. I signed the disclaimer. Then I went, took the car home, and came back. then that night I was put on a monitor, and next morning I was taken down for ultrasound. They put the gel on, and then they put the ultrasound on. And the guy was doing it and everything, and then he said, "Oh, I'll be back in a minute," and he shot off, and he came back with a specialist. And she done the ultrasound, and she turned to the guy and she said, "Did you just see that?" And the guy went, "Yes, that's the reason I got you." So I sat up, I said, "What's going on, what's going on?" And she said, "We can see the fluid, but when we go to touch your stomach, the fluid disappears. We've never seen this before, and we don't know where the fluid's going to. Can you just get off this bed and go into the CAT scan?" Which I did. And after the CAT scan, I was told to go upstairs, and I got upstairs, and my dad was sitting there next to my bed, and I laid down, but it seemed minutes, 4 people just running, literally pushed my dad out the way and said, "We've got to operate right now, this second." Anyway, wheeled me off. Again, taking appendix out, it's normally half an hour, but my operation took 3.5 hours, because I had to do a lot of clearing out. Gangrene already set in. They cut me here, cut me on my right side, then across my belly button, and then on to my left side. The last thing, it keeps on ringing in my ears, when I think about it. It kept on saying, we had to clear a lot of stuff out. We had to remove a lot of stuff. To this day, I don't know what they took out, but I think they bypassed and took me brain, part of me brain out. I don't know. But like I say, they said because of my fitness, that was another thing that sort of kept me alive. I remember that even the surgeon said they had to cut through my stomach muscles, and they said it was like pretty tough, because that's one thing I used to do. I always used to make sure I trained my stomach, my core, my abdominals, because a lot of people think like your strength comes from your arms or whatever, but the core is very important. And again, the Holy Spirit, that's what really saved me. Looking back on it, I don't think it was just me being fit, because again, hearing the voices, and even the doctor saying about the fluid just disappearing and stuff like that. And again, my dad, he told me, he stood up in church and told the church what happened to me, and all the nurses, they were, jaw dropped. So these are things I know there is a God. It's plain as day, and even seeing a lot of things in my life took me out of this a certain death crash. I was when you look at it. Yes, I will tell you. I don't know how long you got, but I will tell you. We wasn't married then, and my wife wasn't married then, but we was going to go to see her brother. And I think it's 4 o'clock, we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because was a long drive, and got ready to go, and I went to walk out the house, and I said, no, we can't just we've got to pray, we've got to pray right now. We cannot leave until we pray. But even before then, my wife said that she wasn't going to ask me. She wasn't going to ask me to come because it was a church day. She said, I'm fixed. Everything is church first and then everything follows. But I had this, the Holy Spirit must have said, you have to go with her now. You have to go with her today. So she even said she was shocked when I said yes. And we left the house now. We got off the motorway and we're driving along this country road. As we're driving along the country road, I looked into a field. There was a car in the field. And we drove a bit further up. There's another car on the other side, but this time it's on its roof. And I think that's a bit strange. So I've gone, wait a minute. So I've looked into the verge and I saw ice. And I said to my wife, be careful, I think there's ice. You know. And I would say about 10 minutes later, I'm in the passenger side now. She's driving along. And next minute, it was this, they say a blood-curdling scream.
Okay.
She's let out this blood-curdling scream. And I said, well, why's she screaming like that? 'Cause the car is just, nothing's happening it's just going forward like normal. And I looked at her thinking, what's that about? Was there a fly there or a spy there? I don't know. Now, as she let out this scream, the car just sort of, the back of it is just turned out. And then it slid to the other side of the road.
Oh.
It hit a verge, and then it came back onto the other side. All this, she's screaming away, and it's hit that verge, and then it's pushed it onto the other side. So we've gone bum, 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 just like that. But now the car is, it should be heading that way. It's going on its, sideways. I was positive we were going to die that second. But I was okay with that because I said to myself, if we're going to die, there's nobody else I would rather die with you. And so I was like really calm. And I said, everything's going to be all right. And later on she said that's the only thing that stopped her from panicking. And as I've said that, I said, well, just turn into it. And I just grabbed the wheel, and I just a little yank on the wheel. I didn't do this, what happened next. Don't forget, the car was going along the road like this, on the opposite side of the road. The car straightened out and just slid back. I'm not touching the wheel, by the way. Slid back to the right side of the road. And we carried on.
Wow.
You could count to 30 after that happened. There was this juggernaut coming the opposite way. But attached to the juggernaut were these big massive blades that tears up the field. Anyhow, 30 seconds before, we would have been that would have, and even if he'd put his brake, he couldn't have put his brakes on. And if he did, it might have just slid that way. So we were going head on into these blades. Because I remember driving past, and I'm looking at these planes going, wow, how could there be massive, massive? And we got to got to the place where we were supposed to go, and we were in this like reception area, and people came in and sitting down, and then they were waiting, and then from behind us, we heard this couple said, "Oh, I was coming up here, we see this blue car, it went from one end of the road to the other, it was just going back," and we just turned around and said, "Yeah, it was us." It was like, really? Yeah. So, yeah, coming back to believing in God, He's my foundation. Now, coming back to how this is materialised, I was working in this community centre. I was there for 16 years, and I saw changes that I didn't think was good. There were people leaving on like not really nice times, and then this person came in, and to say every time we had a conversation, to say she was condescending in this conversation is an understatement. I'm a very good judge of character, and I can pick up on body language. I was tested one time, and somebody said for me to anticipate certain things was uncanny, because I actually used to say it before it was going to happen. And this particular new member of staff, they came in and they used to ask me random questions. And I answered the questions perfectly, good English, which I thought. And they used to lean over, "What did you say? What was that again? What did you say?" And I'm thinking, well, why you, what's all this? And it was like all the time. And then there's one occasion I actually said, I've got to get to the bottom of this. So this particular day I said, "I don't mean to be rude, but are you hard of hearing?" And they went, why are you saying that? I said, "Because you asked me a question, and you've done this quite a few times, and I answer your question, and you repeat it again 3 to 4 times, and I'm just wondering, are you hard of hearing?"
Yeah.
I just want to get things straight. Oh, no, okay. Then there was this project that I got made up to help their project. Basically, it was a food. I got this company to deliver food to our centre, so we could distribute it out. And this was before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID happened. This company used to deliver food, and I used to section it. There's food for the creche, there's food for the nursery, there's food for the youth club. Whatever's left, it used to go into reception and people could take it. And because we had all walks of life coming into the centre, and there was some like well-to-do people, they said, "Oh, Max, well, you're giving it away. Well, do you want money for it?" I said, no, I get it free. I said, "You can have it free." And I overheard my chief exec back then and this particular person that was giving me hassle. I heard them talking about there was no funding for their project. So I went, oh, well, if people are offering me money for the food, I could take the money and put it to their project. And that was happening. And the same person used to come up, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. And I said, it's not that type of food distribution. What they do, they just give what they got. Person was listening. I need this food. I've got this happening, I need to. I said, you know what? Here's the details. You contact them direct, and what you want, you just ask them yourself. That was happening, and then I had this strange email. No, it was over the phone. Do you want me to take your name off the project? And I went, no. And if I did, I would contact them myself, because I've been working with them for a number of years. I'll contact them myself, and then I'll take my name if I want to take it off. Not knowing that they already took my name off. Sent an email to the company, copied everybody else in, and left me on. So I, replied, which I thought wasn't anything anger. It wasn't anger or whatever. I just put in this email. Oh, I hope this doesn't interfere with the other projects I do with the same company away from the community centre. Try not to do it again. Sent the email. That was sent it on the Thursday. The Friday, the person came in, and because I'm on the front desk, I say good morning to everybody, no matter who you are, what you are, I say it. I say good morning, they just blank me and walk straight past. Anyway, it's a long story short. Something happened where the person's colleague tormented me, and I asked them to go leave the room because the food project came in and he tormented me with the food. Like that. So I asked for them to move and sort of fall out in another room, and then which they eventually did. That was the Tuesday. The Wednesday, the person came to me and asked me if my boss has spoken to me. And I said no. They left. It was a shock because this person then spoken to me from how many days, and now they're talking to me. Anyway, that was the Wednesday. Thursday, my boss came in. Can we have a meeting? Had a meeting. As soon as he shut the door, they just double-barreled at me, and I'm listening to this guy, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to this community centre. I even then put my life at risk, and you're taking a word of somebody that's just come in, and you know that the person don't like me. You know the person that don't like me because we've already had a conversation about it. But you're taking this person's side. And with all this, I know I went into shock because I went to talk, but my voice was, I couldn't talk properly. Then that was the Thursday. Oh yeah, allegations of aggression was used. The word aggression was used. I've been there 16 years. Not one person had a bad word against me. And this person that don't like me, they've used this word aggression, and you've taken that on. anyway, that sort of knocked me into stress. As I was off for stress, they're ringing me. Then the stress went into depression. As I was off with depression, my employment was terminated. And I was in a very, very dark place, to say the least. Because previous to that, my father passed away, and that brought up other things with my daughter that passed away. Those two things wasn't as bad as how I was treated in that office, and that's what knocked me down into depression.
Yeah.
Then with prayers and with trying to get out of this dark place, and I said to myself, I have to get out, because there's a lot of people relying on me, family members, like my mum, who's basically, because she needed me, because being the person I am, I'm always like helping and stuff, and I couldn't even be there for my family because I wasn't myself. And again, there was a lot of confidence and boosting from my wife Ruth, because she knew how I was and how I was then, and she just saying, like, come on, just pull yourself out. And that's what I did, and I believe it was holy intervention. I said, right, I haven't got a job now, what am I going to do? And I went on the internet, and this thing popped up like that. Sure heard bells as it popped up. And it was called Startup School for Senior Citizens.
Okay.
I don't like that word, senior citizens, but basically that's who I am. And it was because I felt it's me over 50, and I've just been unlawfully terminated. Who's going to want me? Who's going to want me? And I was thinking, a young black man has trouble, more or less like a 50-year-old guy. And I said, no one's going to want me. So with this startup school for seniors, it said, if you've got an idea of a business, we're here to help you. So I emailed them, signed on to their course. I said, and I did say, it was a godsend. It was a godsend because being the how I was at that particular time, I couldn't take on a lot of things. I could not take on a lot of things, like my mental state wasn't right. But with this course, it made it so easy to, they basically was pulling things out of me that I didn't even know that was there. And
so is the startup course available for everyone in the UK, or was it limited to certain locations?
It was at first, and it was only limited to a certain age.
Okay.
And then after asking them and saying, they said, well, yeah, we can widen it up. And then next thing it's like, oh, we're sort of widening the age, and then, oh right, we're widening the location. So it is a place, and I call it a godsend. I call it a godsend because I've actually relayed it to friends and people that I know. They've gone on the course, they've passed it and stuff. And it's all about how to help you set up your own business. Not only that, it's run by a woman called Susan Noble and a gentleman called Mark Elliott. Susan Noble and Mark Elliott. Not only did they help me, Susan linked me and was able to put me in the Guardian, the Sun, My London, and Working Wise. These are very big social media platforms, and again, I can't thank her enough for that. Then what happened too is just like bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Then Hammersmith and Fulham promoted them. As they promoted them, they promoted me, and it was just, how can I say? What they say, a roller coaster. Not roller coaster because it weren't going down. It just kept them like a domino effect.
Okay.
Because in the first, I think it was in the first couple of months, not even before that, when I sort of like went through the course, I was advertised on in the Guardian. Then I was on the big, massive electronic poster in Westfields, advertising Black History Month.
Yeah.
And then there was something else. It was like everywhere. Open a newspaper, I was there. I had a guy, he was in Scotland, and sorry, Wales, and he was in this takeaway shop, and he was just waiting for his takeaway. Opened the newspaper, the Sun, and I was big photograph of me, poking out at him, and he rang me from there. Yeah,
So was the course all about preparing you to be able to set up your business, so pretty much from the ground up,
yes,
and know how all the elements that come into making that
yeah,
basically into a reality?
yeah, every angle. It was like every angle. It's like it's funding, to get funding, to get help, to get advertisement, to get every aspects, and they continue to help too. It's not just, oh right, we've done this, bye bye. There's you can also like ring them up for advice if you need any help anytime. Send them an email. Every month they do like a get together type Zoom meeting. So you're feeding off everybody that's gone through the course.
This place is classified as a community interest company, isn't it? I think I saw.
Yeah, a community interest company, that's that.
And so was there like a specific funding available for that?
No.
So did you self-fund all this, the opening of this?
Right, most of the money has come from savings.
Okay.
I actually get a pension scheme. I can't think of the word, but I got money, cancelled the pension scheme, and got the money to put into this. If this was derelict, there was nothing in here. I sort of done the work, basically built it from scratch. I did get a substantial amount of money from, and again, God sent him, from a student, an ex-student who I taught when he was a boy. Because I draw, I asked somebody that does t-shirts, because again I was looking for funding, so I said, well, if I do a t-shirt, I can sell the t-shirts and get some money in. So I rang this guy, I said, Eddie, I've got this idea for a t-shirt, can we meet up? He said, yeah. We'll meet at Shepherd's Station. He said, I'll be there at 5:45. I was there at 5:45, no Eddie. 6 o'clock, no Eddie. 5:15, no Eddie. Then, I think it was 20 past, he sent a message, he said, I'm on my way. I saw another way to get to you, and I took that way, because it was quicker, but there was a delay on the train. He turned up at 6:30. As we was talking, I see these two figures moving really fast from my right hand side. And they were like, something like that. And it was this guy, Nilish, his name is Nilish. He was coming towards me, and I haven't seen him for years, and he hugged me, and, like a long lost relative. And then next to him with this person I've never seen before, and she had this great big smile on her face, and she just looked at me and she said, at last I met the person Nilish has always been going on about. I went, oh, okay, like that. I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. Nilish said, oh, this is my wife. We exchanged numbers and stuff, and then we left. I think the following day he's rung me and said, Max, how are you? It's good to see you. Such and such. What are you doing now? I said, I'm still teaching, and I just sort of created my own business. Oh, that's fantastic. I said, but you know, it's pretty hard. I'm trying to look for funding to do this and do that. How much are you looking for? I said, I said, this is my funding page, crowdfunding page, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. A couple of hours later, he's rung me and said, oh, I've seen that, you're not doing very good, are you? I said, no. He said, you're down thousands, aren't you? I said, yeah. And he said, I'll give it to you. I said, what? He said, I'll give it to you. I said, well, no, you can't. He said, yeah, I'll give it to you. He said, Max, you don't know what you've done for me back then as a youth. Now I'm in the position to give back. And when I say this, it wasn't a couple of grand, it was a few grand, you know. He said, what's your bank account? What's your bank details? And gave him the bank details. And he said, and this was just before Christmas. He said, oh, we're on holiday and we're going back on the 4th of January. I'll transfer the money into your account. Christmas just came and went, you know, like for me. Because again, Christmas is emotional because this is when my first daughter passed away around Christmas time. So went to the hole in the wall, money was there. I couldn't ring Nilish quick enough. I said, Nilish, thank you, you've done what you've done. He said, Max, don't thank me. He said, what's his word? You were looking after people's mental health before it became commercial, unquote. That's what he said. And I said, what do you want? What do you want from me? When can I give it back? Max, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. no, you can't say that. Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Do you want anything? No. There must be something you want, Lillis. No. Come on, then, just one thing. And he said, oh, there is one thing. Ah, I said, good. What is it? His words were, just create another Lillis. Full stop. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give things back to the community. I do a lot of stuff for my church, and again, it's to do with health. Every now and then, we do giveaways, like fruit. Not only fruit, we give away books, and it's all free, so it's again, it's to boost people's physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. And that's what I want to do from this centre of health defence.
That's amazing. So what would be your advice for others that want to start their own business and become business owners?
And this is to you, I believe, and you just got to have faith in what your idea or what you want to do. There's plenty of people would say, what are you doing that for? Don't do that. There's a lot of problems that's going to happen when you start this. Don't listen. I mean, your idea, even your hobby, can be something that you can make money from. And these days, there's organisations, there's training, there's a lot of companies, projects that can help you to set up your own business. So, don't let anybody pull you down. There's something that I say is positive mind brings positive results. A negative mind brings destruction. So please just think positive, no matter what's happening around you. And that's the only thing I can give.
Thank you so much. It's been really inspiring to hear your story. Do you have any other final words? Anything that you want to add?
Yeah, I know this. What I'm going to say is very hard. It's going to be hard. But if you've got anybody in your life that you think you've hurt or done something bad to, even if you don't want to face them, just ring them up and just apologise, just tell them sorry. Yeah, and your world will be a better place.
Awesome. And you've got a website.
Yes.
So it's
www.healthdefence.co.uk.
Okay, and Instagram.
Health Defence. Just put Health Defence.
Okay.
If you want my email, I can give you my email. It's box2, that's number 2, the Max at yahoo.co.uk.
So, of course I've come geared up. I'd love to have a go at something, and
yes, by all means, yes, that's me. Right, yeah. Could you put gloves on with the ring?
Yeah, I can put gloves on.
Okay. Relax. 2. Don't lift the elbow up first. 3, 4, 5. Lift that elbow. Don't. 1, 2. Better.
Okay.
Oh, you done it before I said it. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Coming forward. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5. Well done. This is first. Are you sure you ain't done it before? Wow. You better push it. You better push out. Going back. 1. Keep that in front. Keep that in front. 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's your guard? Coming forward. 1. Switch. Yeah. Coming forward. 1, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5. Good. You see that there? Did you see that last one?
Yeah.
You turned it. That's what I want to see from now on. You turn it in. 1. Very good with that. That's your weakest hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you hear what you're doing with your weakest hand? Yeah? Relax now. Right, get it up. You're still relaxed. 1, 2. Take it easy, take it easy. 3, 4. Keep that side on me. 5, 6. Look at that hand, that's dropping down. 7, 8. Brilliant, brilliant. Keep it up here. 9, 10. Switch. 1. Keep it out here. 2. You take it away. Don't take it away. Don't take it away from your guard. It goes from the guard straight out. Once you do this, you're open. Yeah? And try to think of, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. Try to think of that rather than this. Yeah? 1. That's it. So you can hear it now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Side on, side on, side on. 6. Don't drop it down. 7. Switch. See the speed of that now? 1. Ooh, there's tremendous power in that left arm. That's your weakest arm. 2. 3. Good. Keep that side on. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at it. 9, 10. Switch. Switch with the switch. 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 1. Switch. 2. Switch. Good. Switch. Come on. Switch. Keep it high. Now your other hand's doing that. Good. Jab. And again. And again. All right. If you feel that you're gonna not step in.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's go. Step in. Let's step in there. 1. Don't bring the elbow up. Keep that side. 1. You've done it again. Here. You're doing this, yeah? 1, 2. Step in. 3, 4. Good. Extend the arm. 5. That's all it is. 6. Extend. Ooh, extend it.
Okay.
7. You're going like this, yeah? 4. Just do that again. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Side on, you've got to square on it. 4. Good. 5, 6. Yes. Don't go over this side, go straight to me. 7. Good. 8. All right. Side on. Right, yeah. 9. 10. Switch. 1. Switch. Right. Here. Not this. Yeah? Switch. Don't go up. Switch. Keep the ground. That's it. All right. I'm good. Shorten the stance a little bit. When you're punching now, I know this might sound a bit. Yeah. From here. Go. 1, 2.
Oh, that left.
1, 2. Look at it. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. Come up on the ball. Side on. No, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be in front. This foot's got to be in front. That's good. And again. Don't pull it back. Keep it in front. 1, 2. Good. 1, you're pulling it back. That was really good technique. But try not to do that. When you're like that split moment in time, there's no guard. This is what you got to do. Keep this here until you're ready to throw that. Okay. Yeah, so it's 1, 2. Yeah? Right. So you brought it back down. Don't bring it down until you're ready to throw it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Whoa, relax, no aggression. Yeah? This time, bring the ball to the feet, bring the heel up in the air. Yeah, on that back one. 1, 2. Look at the hand, it goes right down there. Oh. 1, 2. Good, that's better. 1, 2. Speed it up. No power speed, don't move. Yeah, go. Yeah. Side on. Open that up so you see. Just relax. 1, 2. Think about that. 1, 2. Right. You've gone 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. Side on. Faster. There's a slight hesitation on that second one. Yeah, between that second one. Ba-bum. That's better. Ba-bum. And again. Don't go over this side. Keep there. 1, 2. Ba-bum. Don't go on this side. Stay there. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Good. This ain't coming up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2. Switch. Don't bring the hand down. Yeah? Why are you moving? Keep still.
Okay.
1, 2. That's not going to work if you don't come up on the ball. Yeah? 1, 2. Don't bring it down straight into it. 1, 2. See if we can do that again. 1, 2. Wow. You can come up with the ball.
Oh yeah.
1, 2. Keep it like that. 1, 2. Wow. You turned me there. Yeah? 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Don't drop that down into your pockets. Yeah? That goes straight back to the guard. 1, 2. Yeah? Back to as soon as that hits, bring it back to the guard. 1, 2. Now breathe as you punch it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right. You went like that. You move. Keep that where it is. Yeah? You're doing very good. 1, 2. Did that lift off the ground?
Yes.
Keep it on the ground. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep it on the ground. 1, 2. 1, 2. Guard. 1, 2. Bring it up. Now, I want you to do, I'm doing too much at once, but never mind, yeah? This time, I want 1, 2, you see that here? 3. Yeah? Just the uppercut. Not that low. Go. Yeah. Good. 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 Right, I want you from here. Do it now. Quick. Yeah. Again. Hit it. Bit. Yeah. Bit more force. Again. Keep it like that. Go. Slowly. Guard up. 1, 2, 3. Let's slow it down.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it hits.
Okay.
This shoulder's got to come into line with this.
Okay.
If you do this, it's not going to get the target. But if you do this, it should get the target. Yeah? Right. Ready? 1, 2. Relax. Go back to the side on. Yeah? No. Yeah, well, this one. No.
So say.
When I say sorry, just turn like that. 1, 2. Ball of the feet. 1, 2. Did you hear that? Keep it that way. 1, 2. Woo! 1, 2. And again. Uppercut. Go. Don't worry, yeah? 1, 2. Up. Good. Keep it up here. 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2. Good. Get the guard up. 1, 2. Yep. Best one. 1, 2. Yep. Good. Come here. 1, 2. Yep. Switch.
And then kick.
No, don't hold it. The reason I've slowed it, I'm trying to slow it all the way down. So by rights, if you hold that there. By rights, if it's here, I'm already side on.
Oh.
I'm not. Yeah, put it in front again. I'm not like that. Watch, look at the shoulder. It's not here. It's here. Did you feel the difference? Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Just relax. Bring the side round, then kick. Go. All right. Not bad. Go back again. Right. That's too much. Cut that down now. Instead of see it moves slightly rather than going all the way around. Bring it through, yeah. Bring it through to here. Go. Yes. Go back again. Well done. Bring it through. Go. Okay. It's the start of the kick is very important. Point that to me. Point that to me. Yeah. Bring it. Sometimes you turn too far that way. Yeah. See my shoulders are facing you. Sometimes you go that too much. Yeah. You want that to come through. Boom. Yeah. Go. Okay. Brilliant. Now concentrate with the knee coming up. Lift the leg rather than swinging yourself round. Bring the leg through now. Go. Don't worry. Kick into this. Go. Bring the knee up. Well done. Go. Better. Right. Now, hold that there. What you're doing at the moment, you're getting around really good, but you're lifting this up and launching it like that, because you're ending up like this. Yeah, I show again. You're going, oh, the leg's got to go. I'm wrong. No. It goes. Sorry. Mind your head as you get up. Yeah. I show it again. You're sort of going. Oh. You can do this kick out here. You're coming too close to the pads. Yeah. Okay. Don't step in, yeah? 1. Don't turn that, you're turning that too much.
Oh yeah.
2. Go out. Turn on the axis. 3. Good. Now flick it out at the end. 4. Okay. 5. Right. Bump at the last moment, yeah? Keep out here and go like that. 6. Go back. Try not to bring that leg across yourself. Kick into this. 7. Good. Get round more. 8. 9. There's not that was just the leg going straight into the want that flick at the end. 10. Okay. Now with the guard. There. 1. Good. 2. 3. They're going all the way round. Shorten the space. Cut it in half. Yeah? 1. Cut it in half. 2. You're dropping the hand down. 3. Backs up. You can do it with your hand up. 4. Ooh, all right. Make sure the knee comes up. 5. 6. Oh. Okay. Stay there. 1.